Once again, the weather was top of mind. After 3 days off, 2 of them postponements because of inclement weather, the Detroit Tigers returned to Comerica Park on Tuesday afternoon. And when they did, it still was too cold to take on-field batting practice for our hitters. "We are still fighting this weather," manager Ron Gardenhire said. "It doesn't seem like it's ever going to go away, but both teams are dealing with it. I've talked to Baltimore Orioles manager Buck Showalter on the other side and it's the same thing. They've been dealing with it also, so we have to go out and forget about the cold and do the best we can here. Hopefully, we'll pitch good and catch it and figure out a way to score some runs here, and I'm sure they're thinking the same thing." More Tigers coverage. Game time temperature was 37 degrees. But it felt like 24 degrees when factoring in the wind chill. Perhaps the most overlooked part of the Tigers' weather woes has been their inability to get in a routine. Only twice this season have they been able to take pre-game batting practice on the field. A look at Comerica Park early Tuesday before the Tigers played the Orioles. Photo, Randy Essex, Detroit Free Press. "Everything's been in the cage and that allows you to get out there and do those things," Gardenhire said. "And you saw when we got out there to take early batting practice, Nicholas Castellanos was out there running balls down and he was running balls down in right field all over the place. And then, he went to center field to see different spins on the ball and he's running them out there, too. We just haven't had enough of that. We did it all spring and then all of a sudden you get away from it and we're not the only team, but that's important, getting your work in every day before a game. That's really important. Everything on the field, to see where the ball is going rather than rattling in the cage. Baseball players are routine-oriented, and the complications of the early season schedule, not to mention the terrible playing conditions, have put them behind," Castellanos said last week. "Absolutely, 100%. Just making sure everything's lined up and working correctly and we haven't been able to do that." Related. The tough weather is expected to stick around a bit longer, and the team cannot expect with any certainty to play in warm weather until early next month in Kansas City and Texas. Perhaps mild weather will be in store in Baltimore from April 27 to 29, with more inclement weather in Wednesday afternoon's forecast. The team moved up the 6:40 p.m. start to 1:10 p.m. The weather looks really bad tomorrow late in the afternoon, so we don't want any more doubleheaders and I don't think the Orioles do, either," Gardenhire said. "They've been through it too. So the right thing happened here, move the game up to 1 p.m. and try to beat the weather or try to start right in the middle of it. What would be your choice?" Gardenhire has his sights set on batting practice Wednesday morning. "We talked about on the field today, getting out there, but then the wind chill is about 27 degrees and the wind is blowing today," he said. "But tomorrow morning, the wind is not going to be blowing. So, it's going to be 35 to 36 degrees but there's not going to be any wind. So the wind chill is about the same. So we want to get out on the field tomorrow morning for batting practice before the day game." Contact Anthony Fennick, a Fennick at freepress.com. Follow him on Twitter at Anthony Fennick. Download our Tigers Extra app for free on Apple and Android devices.